Good day, everyone. I want to discuss the effects of toxic individuals have on your life and the damage that they cause when you're dealing with them and continue to have them around in your life. I came up with this quote a few years back, I think around 2017, and it says, "Jealousy, hatred, and anger pollute the mind like a thick black smoke in a clear sky." And one thing that I come to understand and learn about pollution is that any type of pollution is a contamination, it's a toxin. Whether you have pollution in air, food, or water, it's something that is very toxic to the environment, toxic to your health, whatever you're in. So basically, it's the reason it's toxic is because it's someone or something is going to intake that that pollution, that toxicity. You have either a human being or an animal that will breathe in, eat, drink, absorb the the pollutant, and it contaminates the body and causes problems. Causes it's a danger, and understanding that when you're dealing with toxic people, uh, one way to help recognize them is when they're around you, what kind of environment is stirred up, right? So you know that if you're in a heavily polluted, so let's say air, for instance, if you're in a heavily polluted air environment and there's pollution in the air, and you start breathing that stuff in, probably going to start coughing, right? You may start feeling sick, um, whether that's smoke or any other type of air pollution, um, type of particles, molecules in the air, it's going to affect you. So that coughing is your body's way of saying, "Hey, something isn't right here," and it's trying to expel what you just took in. Right? You feel the physical effects of that change in your body when you're dealing with a physical pollutant. You're dealing with a person who's toxic and they're bringing toxicity to you. One way to help recognize is how much it affects your body in a negative way after you dealt with these types of people. And yeah, they can put you on a roller coaster ride where there's, especially when you're dealing with someone, let's say like a narcissist, where there's times that are going to be good, but um, you have to input and take in totality of circumstances and the entire dynamics of the relationship. How does your body feel? How does your mind feel after you've had engagement with these individuals over a period of uh, a couple hours and then days, weeks? That's one thing that catch you off guard when you're dealing with someone toxic, especially if they're deeply involved in your life. You know, you have to almost look at it from a coach's perspective, right? Coach coach's job is to point out to the players in the game what they can see that the players can't see, and that may be to slow things down, approach a different way. They're a consultant because they have a perspective that is going to be much different than the actual player. So you're 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 in this environment and interacting and engaging with these people. If you took a step back and actually looked at it from that point of view of like a coach, you should be able to see that, hey, this is not good. I've been around this person for a week now or 2 weeks or maybe years, family member, whoever they are to you, coworker. And if you look at the totality of your relationship, How have you felt throughout that entire time? Um, have you had just a couple feelings uh, sadness or hurt, or pain, or has it been this constant uh, s- uh, sh- this constant irritation, constant uh, raise of stress, constant um, feelings of uh, disgust and just anger, uh, just your stress levels are just all out of whack every time you're around them, and you're always getting into it with them. They like to start things with you. They like to get you going, and that's something that you definitely have to sit back and view and understand that this is not good for your body. This is a pollutant. This is a toxin to you. And what happens when you continuously absorb, inhale, drink a toxin? Uh, it's called a toxin for a reason. It's going to destroy you. So when you think about toxic food, toxic water, there's a reason why the let's say for instance the EPA, they have to completely not only warn the public, but they have to take every measure to get rid of the toxin. They don't keep the toxin around because they know the damaging and dooming effects that it's going to have. They don't play around with the toxin. They go in and they're suited and booted up, head to toe, if they have on special suits and masks, gloves, as a shield, because the toxin is dangerous. This is a serious matter that they realize they're dealing with, and that contaminant, that poison, that pollution will destroy you. It will kill you. It will cause you um, anguish, bring turmoil into your life, raise your stress levels, never give you that true peace that you're looking for, because you're constantly around individuals that are bringing toxic energy into your life. This video was simply to go a little bit more in depth of how uh, people sometimes throw around the word toxin without really, or toxic individuals without really knowing what that means. Um, just because they, you know, got into it with someone, maybe they blew up and now they're like, oh my God, this person is so toxic. But when you say that and you truly think about it and understand it, like I say, when you look at it from that coach's perspective, from that consultant's perspective, when you look at it like the EPA would evaluate a toxin, you are going to take every measure to not only protect yourself, but to completely get the toxin out of your life. Thank you for listening, and I will definitely see you on the next one.